This is lesson 49, part 2, and the second in our true or false series. Now, when I started playing golf at the age of 13, I got some advice from my sort of fellow schoolboys. We were away at a boarding school in Hampshire, in darkest Hampshire, and we got into trouble for practicing our golf on the cricket ground, but there we are. It was the start of a career for me. And the lads had some coaching. I never had any professional coaching. The lads that started me off, they had lessons, and they'd been dutifully told that there should be 2.5 knuckles showing on the left hand, and that the V's created by the thumbs and the forefingers, that the V's should point somewhere in the right shoulder. Now, I'm not saying that is wrong, but broadly speaking, it's not really true. It's more false than true. And why is that? Well, for so many reasons, it's misleading. Now, I'm not saying that in the early stages of playing, if I had a group lesson or a large party learning golf quite quickly, then the idea of the knuckles and the V's are a good broad starting point. But if you're a proficient golfer, if you're looking to improve your skills, you need a little bit more information. So why would I say that the knuckles and the V's are false? Well, because we're all different physically. But most of us, if we stand up neutrally, the arms hang, and they hang inwards by 45 degrees. If I lean forward, you can see that my palms are still basically pointing inwards. I would have to turn them to face each other, and there are the palms coming together. Now, in golfing terms, the hands coming together is ideal. So, when we drop a club into my left hand grip, I want to show you that the club is an extension of my left forearm and my left thumb bone. It's not an extension of my right hand because that is bent. The left arm and the club should be in a single line from there. Sideways on, of course, there's an angle between the arm and the shaft. Okay, so why is it that we don't go with 2.5 knuckles all the time? Well, we have different shapes. When we turn our hands to neutral, some people still have a little bit of cup in the wrist. Some people don't. Their hands hang like this, and it's rather misleading. And the astute golf pro needs to recognise when physically somebody isn't neutral. If they happen to work like this or like this, it's something that the pro must take into account. So what I would say to you is that when the club falls into the left hand, the parallel left thumb that I've pestered you all about religiously for the last 18 months, the left thumb is key. Now, my physique will determine how many knuckles I can see, but also my ball position. So with the driver, I can see 2.25, but if I go to here with the 6 iron, I can see less, and there, less still with the wedge. So as the club head moves back for the progressive ball position, the angle that I observe my knuckles changes. So that's another reason that I wouldn't like to say that 2.25 knuckles was exactly it. So there are the two primary reasons. We're all different physically, even when we have our hands neutrally ready to hold the golf club. If you're 10 fingers, interlocking or Varden, the neutrality that you have is unique to you. The length of our thumbs, the length of our fingers, the proportion of our hand will change how many knuckles you see. It doesn't matter really how many knuckles you see, as long as you understand the principle of the arms hanging and the palms facing. You could stand up and just put your palms against your thighs. That would give you a sense of neutrality. And then start to build the grip, left thumb parallel, right hand to fit it. So, we're all unique as individuals. Let's not impose one law on every single body, and let's not impose that same law when we have 13 clubs with varying ball positions. As long as you understand the structure of the club face, the shaft, and your neutral muscle structure, how many V's you can see, or whether the V's and the thumb and the finger point to the shoulder really aren't an issue. Don't worry about it. Just build a left thumb parallel and a right hand married to it, and get your ball position right. The amount of knuckles you see and where the V's point is then just a question of choice.